Good morning.
Hey, it's the legendary Nicola Morgan and yours truly, Dominic Nelson Ashley, returning once again for the Happiness is Easy podcast. That's who we
Hooray.
are. That's what we do.
You must be very refreshed after your time in Turkey.
Hey, that was something else. I learned a lot, saw a lot, traumatized. Oh, I tell you, I was tired. You might have been telling by my voice that I was doing that. I was doing that. Went into the tourist office, uh, local in the local town. I said like, "Hey, get me out of here! Get me out of here ASAP." They said, "Right, I can send you to Turkey. All right, real cheap, all inclusive." Okay, I was falling asleep in the tourist office, and Lucy, my wife, was sorting it all out. I was just going, just like, let's just go. So we went to Turkey, all inclusive. I tell you, I tell you, I was there. There were lots of. I looked like a supermodel compared to some of them people. Facts, straight up. If I see someone, this was not an uncommon sight. People who were so large they were on crutches,
Yeah.
plate of cakes. I'm talking lack of discipline. That's what I'm talking about. Shocking. It's like you just go like, excuse me, has nobody said to you like, the all you can eat buffet not for you? I mean, there were salads there, hardly eaten. Like I was on the salad, right? Even though in the UK I'm not a big salad eater, but I saw so much of this like cakes, cakes. I was going like, do you know what? This cucumber's looking refreshing. I'll have some of that. So I had 10 days of that, and I tell you, people just weren't covering up. It was all out. Everything was out. Everything was out. Everything was out. Everything. I'm talking about some stuff. I mean, hey, what can I say? What can I say? Too much of everything. Too much of everything. Outrageous.
Yeah, but maybe that tells something about our age because I was sort of brought up like if you haven't got it, put it away.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's what is the vibe now. I think it's I think you kind of you could be accused of fat shaming, couldn't you?
Yeah. But I mean, but it's not. It's just to go like, you know what? You've obviously had enough today, and you've obviously had enough in the past. It's, and it's like the outcomes are not going to look good for you. And so what? The overriding thing that was kept going through my head every single day was like, these people lack a certain discipline for whatever reason, because there's nothing. I'm not saying anything is wrong with cake, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with like being a certain size, but there's oversize. When it becomes you need crutches to walk,
Yeah,
and I'm
that's
going,
quite serious, isn't it?
and you're going back for more cakes, then there's an issue.
Yeah, yeah, that's quite frightening. I have been sometimes to these places that, where they have unlimited buffets or something,
Yeah, 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 yeah,
and I'm quite stunned by people just not having an off switch,
yeah,
how
yeah,
they
yeah,
just keep going back. And I think no one needs that much breakfast. If you
yeah,
go to a
yeah,
Premier Inn, I think you pay about £8 and you can have, it says you can have as much as you want.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
But I think for most people, that just means have something that you would like, and
yeah,
that's it.
yeah,
But
yeah,
some people are like, no,
yeah.
I'm going to
So,
get more. I'm going to keep going.
but then but it was in a hotel and there was a pool. I never went in the pool. Um, and it just got me thinking about two really important things. One is the environment you're in, and the other is imagination. Because I was sitting there and I'm going like, if this was my world, if that was like a nuclear explosion outside and I was born in this building and that's all I knew, and all I knew was that people would stuff themselves full of cakes as much as they like to walk around in crutches because they were so, you know, because they were so large, and that was all I knew, then the chances of me going down that route would be high. So I came away thinking like your environmental factors play such an important part, you know, on your life. And then the other thing I was thinking, well, the only way to break out of something like that is either you get shown something, or like you go away somewhere, or the media, by media or some route, or somebody tells you about something, or it just springs into your imagination because you have an active imagination. So the three things I came away from that holiday was, well, I wouldn't really call it a holiday. I call it like an alternative reality immersion, because I'm not used to that stuff. It's like the three things I came away with thinking is like discipline, environment, and imagination. Oh, hang on. Discipline, environment, imagination. DEI! The new DEI. There you go.
I'm not a fan of the whole discipline idea because so I've reframed that sort of thing, but it probably is the same effect, because I think of it as kind of self-kindness and self-respect, because discipline makes me want to rebel against it.
Right. Okay. Well, I understand that, but we're just using, everybody can have their word for that to means the same thing, isn't it? But I'm coming from that. When I say discipline, I don't mean like you must do this, you must do that. It's case like yourself. It's the same thing. It's self-kindness. Like, okay, what's good for me, but being consistency is, I suppose, isn't it? What I'm talking about. It's like doing the right thing for you consistently. So
yeah.
You're calling that self-kindness. I'm calling that discipline, but it's essentially the same thing.
It's the same principle, isn't it?
Yeah.
And that's because looking after our bodies is very important, isn't it?
Is there a book? Is there a book? Yes! There's a book!
Carl Jung, who's a really famous psychologist, said the separation of psychology from the premises of biology is purely artificial, because the human psyche lives in indissoluble union with the body. So if you're not looking after yourself, like those people, they're going to get all sorts of psychological problems, and they might end up in a position where they can't help themselves anymore because they've done themselves so much damage.
Yeah.
Which wouldn't be very good. But yeah, and I messaged you and said I want to talk about the things that I've been researching.
Yeah.
But once again, it ties in so nicely with what you've been saying.
And that's the beauty of this podcast.
But tell me a bit more about how you got to the point where you were so tired you just knew you had to take a break. How did you become aware of that?
When you get the brain fog, I was getting the brain fog. So I constantly through life, I give myself little tests. So can I do something in a particular, so if a sprinter will go like, right, okay, can I run 100 meters in 10 seconds? Right. So if you're running those 100 meters in 14 seconds, then, oh, something's up. Right. Are you tired? Is there a stone in your shoe? So I have lots of these little tests. And I was failing all these little tests. These are personal tests. They're not tests for the outside world. So it could be something as small as, the time I naturally wake up, the music I find myself gravitating towards. Little things like that, which don't mean anything to anybody else, but I know that, okay, if I'm find myself this gravitating to particular tunes, that's a signal for me that, oh, right, I'm in a particular mental state a lot. I wouldn't call it depressed, but I'm a bit maudlin, or I'm fatigued, or oh, I seem to be tuning into fatigue playlist a lot. I must be fatigued. You know, something like that. Because I find that if I don't do things, don't set up these systems, then life is very on it all the time, and you don't get, you know. So, you know, I plan these things and these structures when I'm not knackered and I've got time, and then life comes at you full pelt, and then you go, okay, life's at full pelt. I don't know what's happening. What's happening? Okay, then you check. Okay, these structures that I've put in place. Okay, what's the feedback I'm getting from? Oh, I seem to have accessed my fatigue playlist 30 times in the last month. That must mean I'm a bit fatigued. You know, and then, you know, there's
Yeah.
the external comments of like, oh, you look a bit wobbly on your feet, Dom. Um, so we just go like, right, okay, I need to go on holiday.
Hit the pause button.
Yeah, hit the pause, but I need to do something to, you know, get myself out of the environment, stay away from computers. You know, not because like, oh, I'm obsessed with, but you know, you put me in front of a computer. Oh, it's got a word processing program on it. I'm away. Type it away, type it away, type it away.
Yeah.
So that sort of thing. So yeah, I just like, and I kept saying to my missus, I'm tired, I'm tired, I need a holiday, I need a holiday, I need a holiday. And I've been saying this for like a couple of months. So in the end, I just said, right, doesn't matter where we go as long as it's hot. And you know, as the later on it gets, you know, the smaller the criteria are. Like, you know, 3 months ago, it's like it has to be hot, it has to be this, and it has to be da 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 da. You know, and if we plan it properly, we can go to these mountains and these lakes and da da da. And in the end, because we're both so tired, nothing gets organized, and then it ends up being like, where can we go now? And it's no hassle. Then just go, okay.
Yeah.
So I mean, so the takeaway from all of that is, and what I say to people all the time, especially my children who don't have our level of experience, is the case like life gets chaotic. You know, you work, you know, work-life balance goes out the window most of the time. It's just work, 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 work. And there's a balance supposed to be balance in there somewhere. So you plan things out in advance, like, you know, your direct debits as just a small example. You know, when the you know the weekly shop happens, so you don't open the fridge and go like, there's nothing here and I'm hungry. How did that not get organized? And you and your partner both looking at each other. I thought that was your responsibility. I thought it was your responsibility. That was your turn. No, it was your turn.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. And that is exactly what I've been working on over the last month. There is another book actually.
Hey, another book.
Psychology and the
Hey.
Body. The Somatopsychic Guide to Flourishing. That's probably not how you pronounce it, but yeah, because as you know, I had the shock of my brother dying, which was very sad, and I knew that I would feel sad because obviously you don't want your little brother to die. But I was quite surprised and shocked actually by how much I was shaking and how exhausted I was. And I thought, oh dear. So rather like you, I was like, this is not good signal. So that's what set me off down the how do I look after myself? Because clearly there's a nervous overload going on here.
Yeah.
So I looked up all the ways to deal with that. A holiday would have actually been quite nice. That's what my mum and dad did. But I found loads of ways to do it, which worked really, really well. So I can tell you some of them that I found out that I really liked, if you like.
Go ahead.
Right. Some of them are really basic and so obvious, but I wasn't doing them at first. So I had to get my systems, like you're talking about. I had to get my
Can I pause you there? Right. Can I pause you there? The thing is that when we're struggling, the obvious things are not obvious because we're overwhelmed and overloaded.
Yeah. Yeah. So actually, the very first thing that I did was take note of my breathing.
Oh, good one.
Because when you're panicking or you're very stressed, which obviously I was, which I didn't actually realise, if you take control of your breathing, you immediately start to calm down.
Mm-hmm.
So I started doing breathing exercises of just like breathing in for 4, holding for 4, and then exhaling for 4. So it's just calming it down, not for too long because you'd start hyperventilating.
Yeah.
But it changes your parasympathetic nervous system. So
Excellent.
and then because you calmed yourself down, then you can start thinking more clearly.
Excellent. Do you know what? This is a weird thing about breathing, isn't it? Is that you don't realize you're doing it until you think about it. Because as soon as you start saying breathing exercise, you go like, "Oh, I'm breathing. What's that like?" Holding for 4, you start going like, "Oh, is my breathing erratic?"
Oh, yeah.
Isn't it? It's it's just one of those things.
But it's a kind of meditation in itself if you just concentrate on that and nothing else. Not for
Yeah.
too long, for a few minutes, whatever.
Mm.
Your body calms right down. Then your brain starts being clearer. And then I tried all these other different things. Some of them are really nice. I still haven't tried one of them, which is a weighted blanket, but I've got to buy that. So I was trying to do the free stuff first.
Yeah, just so concentrate on the free stuff. I've heard about these weighted blankets, but I always get the idea is like, they're like heavy leather or something, and you can never get out. these
No,
weights, these
but
weights are too
someone lent
much.
me one. So I did have a go with it, but I haven't got one for myself yet because I'm not entirely convinced. But it was quite nice because it's just slightly heavier than normal, so you have a comforting pressure
Right.
on you.
Mm.
You do feel a bit trapped.
Yeah, exactly.
But of course, it's not that heavy. And then, so that was quite, yeah, I would probably think about buying one of those, but there's so many other things that you can do that I sort of thought they're about 80 quid. I thought I could spend 80 quid on something else.
80 quid. Well, now you say that, you can make your own. You can make your own. Like, I've got a duvet, put some bricks on the bottom. That's it. I'm sorted. I'm good. I've got some bricks in the garden. Sort it out.
That might be, yeah, one
Low cost
good
mate.
like. And then obviously movement, walking, slow movements, they're reassuring to your body. Dancing, yeah, movement. It's good. It changes your mood. So that was all good. And yeah, the benefit to take, Dominic is still dancing. He's still busting some shapes. Um, and then smells. I went for the whole senses.
All right. Okay.
Got the lavender,
Got the lavender's good for you.
got my
Lavender's good.
essential oils. I went the whole lot, and I'm okay. So it worked. All these things. I tried a portfolio of techniques. Um, so it's good, isn't it?
Have you ranked them? Have you put them in order? Like number one's obviously the lavender or whatever. Which was the number one that worked for you?
Breathing, walking, yoga. Nice scents. I hadn't tried scents before, really. I hadn't got into all of that,
Right.
but I'm quite sold on it now. This like essential oils and stuff,
Yeah.
and having lots of plants and things. Yeah, I've got quite into all of that. I think that's also having some control over your environment. Like being able to. I've been doing up this room, my office, just trying to make it better and nicer and work
Mm.
clearer and
Yeah.
all these little systems. They're comforting.
Yeah. That's interesting. Like, okay, so yeah, you're controlling every aspect of your environment, aren't you? So
Trying to.
you have everything in order. You even control the smell in your room. We're like, okay, I want this particular blend of lavender and you know tea tree oil or whatever.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I do wonder whether it's about taking control with a situation that you can't control.
Yes.
Because as I was doing all these different things, I thought this would be useful for anyone, not just if they've had somebody die, but if you had another big shock. like a breakup or a redundancy
Yeah.
or disappointment of some kind
Mm.
or something major that changed that you didn't want to happen,
Yeah.
but you have to deal with. And I thought, this is great. All these strategies. We'll go on holiday.
But the thing about uh, the holiday is temporary. Whilst, and over a particular period of time, whilst the breathing exercise you can do anytime, you can do it right now. The in fact, the essential oils and lavender, etc. You could you could change your environment wherever you are. If you're like, okay, you're going to be, if you had a job that you moved around a lot, then you could
Yeah,
go like, okay, all right, I'm in a hotel, different hotel room every night, right? I'm getting my lavender out. So you're changing the space to suit you.
be grounding, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
A familiar smell that you know you like.
yeah,
Yeah. But I suppose you could do that with music as well, couldn't you? You can plug
yeah,
in
yeah.
um and any other sort of comfort rituals like showers or baths or cups of tea or what you watch on telly.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
I've
Probably.
definitely been watching comfort TV.
Yeah, I mean, that is the other thing that I know that okay, I'm really fatigued because under normal circumstances, I wouldn't be doing like the brain numbing comfort TV. But then it's like, hey, I'm watching brain numbing TV. I've watched 2 hours of this.
Yeah, yeah.
And
It's
so for instance, uh, my wife likes watching Death in Paradise. You know that detective stuff. And when
I've never
every time
seen
I
it, but I've
watch,
heard of it.
yeah, yeah. Well, it's Agatha Christie, like low budget version. Well, it's not actually low budget. They go off to a Caribbean islands. It's not low budget at all. Every time it's on, or the spin-off series Beyond Paradise, every time it's on, normally I just walk in and begin going like, oh yeah, that person did it, and walk off again. Right? So I'm pretty good at sussing this stuff out. But then recently, when I've been watching it, I haven't been getting it. So it's just like another sure sign. I'm fatigued.
Yeah, yeah.
So all these little, and I'll give you an example about I said you've got to set up these structures in advance, because life gets chaotic. And as you know, my son's a doctor. Um, so I said this to him. I said, you've got to set things up in advance, your structures, your direct debits, etc. Because when it all gets going, life's going to get chaotic. And I've known plenty of people who've had money, but they haven't had their act together and then end up poor. So I said this to him for years. So I sent him some money for his sister, right? The um, and he wanted to transfer that money to her. He ended up sending me £3,000, right? He didn't mean to send me £3,000. He was really tired. Pressed the wrong buttons, etc. Da, 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 sent me £3,000. He phoned me up, right? I said, hello, I'm rich. I don't need to speak to you anymore. And I hung up on him. He called me up straight back. You know, it's just like, yeah, I've accidentally pressed the wrong buttons. I said, it's a good thing that we actually get on, isn't it? Otherwise, I could just like disappear. And oh, by the way, we're no longer talking. I'm changing my number. Bye. Then he phoned me. Then he phoned me back and he goes like, "I'm overdrawn." I said, "Right. Remember I told you ages ago that you know when life is calm, sort out everything because especially the job that you do, doing long shifts, etc. Life can
There were
get
going to be days when he's absolutely knackered.
absolutely knackered, and when you try and do things when you're absolutely knackered, mistakes happen, and unfortunately,
Well,
I'm a
he sent it to you, yeah.
nightmare. So yeah, so I sent him the money back, and he's no longer overdrawn.
I can't remember who was telling me yesterday that they had sent some £2,000 instead of £20 to someone or other. I think
Yeah,
it was some kind of business, and they said that they would pay it back and then just never did.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
So it was actually whoever didn't pay it back, that's theft.
yeah.
Um, but it was kind of there wasn't much they could do about it. But yeah, so yeah, you don't want to be doing these things when you're tired because it
Exactly.
costs you a lot of money.
And I then reminded him about the other money that he actually owed me.
I've never seen that.
And he said like, then he said like, oh, I'll pay you back. He said, pay me back in February. I said, no, you won't. You've miscalculated. I know how much you make. I know the trajectory of your income and expenditure, etc. And like you saying to me that you're going to pay me back in some of it in February is a lie because you haven't calculated properly. I said we shall have this discussion again in August.
Actually,
Please remember the lessons I'm trying to teach you.
yeah, that's a really good point actually, because I don't think we think about that, like organizing money as part of your health, do we?
Yeah,
But it is actually quite an important part because if you don't get it right, it's
absolutely.
really
I,
stressful and damaging.
yeah,
And I used to get so frightened about money that I really couldn't even think about it. And of
mm,
course, then you end up losing money here, there, and everywhere because you're not taking care of it. And so
yeah,
I said to my husband, "You're going to have to help me with this because I just need all better systems." He's quite good at systems, so he set me up a whole new one, and it works beautifully. And I just don't have that stress anymore.
yeah.
And it's just like, thank God for that. That is just, you know. So it comes back to systems again, doesn't it? Having stuff
Absolutely. You gotta,
sorted out. But actually, I think that is where sometimes you do need to ask a friend or a partner or something and just go, look, can you just help me with this because it's overwhelming.
yeah,
And most people are quite nice, aren't they? If you say, I just need this specific bit of help with
yeah, yeah,
this thing, will you help me? They'll probably say yes.
yeah.
And if they say no, then you ask someone else.
Because everybody has a blind spot in something,
Yeah.
So no one's got all the answers. And if they have all the answers, they didn't get them all by themselves. They got it off somebody else.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, my daughter finds out how to do loads of stuff from either Instagram or TikTok.
Right.
She, eh, if you want a life hack, she's got a life hack for everything. And she actually uses it, I think, in quite a good way. It's like she does come up with, she's got loads of ideas. She's got them from there, but they are effective. A lot of them. She's not sure how to do something, so she's like, yes, bypassing me for information.
So do you feel left out?
No, I feel grateful.
Great. Leave me alone. My work here is done.
No, because I think that what with this plethora of information, what
Mm,
you've actually got to have is the discernment as to how
yes.
to judge whether it's good advice or not, isn't it?
Yeah.
I keep thinking that's what we need to be teaching.
So
You know,
how does your daughter do that then? Does she go like, oh well, this particular piece of advice has got like 11, like a million likes, and this contrary advice is 20 likes. So the million likes must be the accurate one. How does she do it?
no, I don't think she does it like that. I think because she's from her school, which was good.
Mm.
She's got good critical thinking skills. So I think she's more like, who is this source? What is their expertise? Are they reliable? Does this look like
Mm.
a silly fad? Is this fake? You know,
Yeah,
that sort of question. Thing.
yeah. Excellent.
That's what people have got to have now, isn't it? They've got to be able to be discerning. Like you've got
You
to
know,
work out how to use AI, and you've got to
is,
work
is,
out how to use.
is it what we used to call common sense, or is that something different?
I don't think there's any such thing as common sense. But yeah.
But how would you actually teach critical thinking at a
Um,
school?
it can be included. It can be a pervasive topic in all subjects.
Mm,
There should be a critical thinking element in more or less everything.
yeah.
I think. Yeah. You look like you're thinking critically there, Dominic.
Yeah, well, I'm a good actor. That's just brain freeze. But for the benefit of the tape, Dominic is looking like a mannequin right now.
So I want to know, now that you've had your break, do you come back feeling different or do you come back in the same place?
I come back realizing I need another holiday. No, I came back and I have a different kind of tiredness. So obviously I was very tired, and now that surface layer of tiredness is gone. I realized that I've got another 3 layers to go. So obviously I need to go on another holiday, or I just start doing deep breathing exercises. So I've been looking at changing my fitness regime. I ain't getting one. No, it is it's a case of, for want of a better expression, a full rebuild. Because I wanted to get to, I'll go over a grand, but I had the cancer thing, done that now, boom, 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 cured, da, 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 put more energy in the tank. Now it's a case of it's level 0. What do we want the new version? I'm not saying new and improved, the new and improved version. What do we want that to look like? And how are we going to build that? So that's where I am now, in case like, all right, bit knackered, but it's a knackeredness I can cope with. And it's a case like, right, okay, so that's my base level. What in a year's time, what will Dominic 3.1 look like? What do I want that to be?
Yeah. I see. I think a similar thing, but I call it I'm building my old lady body. So there are things that I do now because I'm aware that I'm going to get older and older, and I want to be able to be mobile. I want, if I have grandchildren, I want to be able to play with them. I want to be able to get up and down off the floor. I want to be able to not be afraid of the stairs.
Yeah.
So there's things that I've started doing, like weights, because old lady body, still got to stay strong. I want to be able to open a jar.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
It's
I
different
I
kind
always
of goals.
don't be serious. You got to look about these things. Like I always think, like people like moving to bungalows. I'm going like, well, don't do that because you lose the use of your legs because you haven't got to run upstairs. It's like
Yeah.
it's like why do you do that?
I
And
have started doing weird stuff, like having my hands in front of me and just getting up and down out of a chair,
oh
like
yeah,
10
yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, all
I
that.
just think got to keep those twitcher muscles going.
Absolutely, you got to do all of those things. Yeah.
But yeah, that's my old lady body campaign. I
Mm.
I don't care about a bikini body. I don't care. I want a good old lady body
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
strong and can do things.
yeah, absolutely.
So, what are you thinking of for your exercise regime?
Well, I've got ankle weights, um, and I have arm weights, and then it's a case of like, okay, I've been listening to a lot of uh, podcasts relating to health. So there's getting tips about weight training, resistance training, um, looking into not Tai Chi but Qigong and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, and brain exercises, all those sorts of things. Um, yeah, but we're all a work in progress. You know,
We are. I've got a book about that.
Give it a book. Can you find it though? Can you find it? Aging well. Now that's one I haven't heard of.
Yeah, it's yeah, it's about how to age well, how to have a good like if you don't think about it, it's like having your strategies in place again, isn't it? It's coming back to
It
that.
is. It is. You gotta have
But
it. You gotta
old
have.
age brings a lot of problems. You know, it has lots of good things, but you're potentially going to be weaker,
Mm.
less able to do stuff. So you've got to think about that early, haven't you?
Yeah, yeah.
You've got to think, right, how am I going to keep as independent, have as much fun, um, not be not have my life ruined by these things that if I think about it, I can foresee them.
Mm.
Not to be paranoid about it or anything, but
But then it's back to that also. Then get back to the list of things again, isn't it? Okay, like okay, there are 10 things that I could do to move me towards that Dominic 3.1. But what are the top two? You know, because that 80-20 rule, isn't it? It's like, okay, there's some things that are going to make major differences, and there's other stuff which is just going to give you that little bit of extra. And on any given day or any given week, due to the nature of the life we live, you can only do a couple of those things. So which are the ones that are going to make the most difference? And do those.
I like your rating system. I hadn't thought about doing that very much. But that is a good idea actually. It's like, yeah, most benefit for the sort of the most realistic, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, so if you bring take that same principle back to, you know, about like the techniques for coping with grief and loss, and you go like, right, okay, where's your breathing, and then there's your lavender, your senses, and then there's your organizing, da 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 da. You know, there's some of those. If you had to rank those things, there's some of those things are going to be more effective, more bang for your buck than the other things. Like the breathing is probably going to be the number one thing because if it's like you could do it straight away, feel the benefit instantaneously. That's probably the number one thing. You
Yeah,
know, having the lavender or whatever oil, your oil of choice this particular week, that's probably going to probably be high up there as well, because that instant change of smell, you'll start associating that with being calm. It's like
yeah,
okay,
yeah. It's really, really good.
so whilst number nine might be going on holiday because it takes a lot of organizing. You've got to move things around. Da, da, da. But that's even though it's great to do, but in terms of efficiency, bang for your buck, doesn't beat changing your breathing or wafting a bit of lavender under your nose.
Yeah, and the other thing that I was doing was watching a lot of things that would make me laugh because it just changes. And I do have a book about that, but it changes your physiology. It changes your mood, how you're feeling, everything like that. It's absolutely great to just relax and laugh because that's actually changing your breathing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do have a book about that.
And is a book close to hand? I mean, this might be a record for the number of books we pulling out. That's the fifth book. That's the fifth book this episode.
The fifth book, Laugh Your Way to Happiness.
Uh,
It's all about the science of laughter. That's actually written by a friend of mine, Leslie Lyle. You can buy her book. She's very nice, very happy. She
does
laughs
she?
a lot.
Does she? Hopefully. That's on. That'd have to be on brand. does does her autograph involve a smiley face?
I'll have to ask her.
Absolutely. If it doesn't, she should incorporate that.
Oh dear. So, are you going on another holiday?
Well, we'll definitely be on another holiday this year. It's gonna happen. But it is a case of because I'm more relaxed now, I can plan it out because I've been doing my deep breathing exercises.
Yeah,
So yeah, so it's gonna happen. Whether it's a interesting, innovative one or it's just nipping over to Spain or whatever. But I tell you what, it won't be. It won't be all inclusive. Not doing that again. I mean, it was fine. When the kids were younger and it's like, did that sort of thing. But at my age, I mean, what can I say? It was, on one hand, it was useful to, you know, how can my brain was definitely working when I was out there, purely because, I may have wanted to just switch off, but this constant bombardment of flesh that I didn't want to see.
Yeah.
Was a constant reminder of the key principles of environment, discipline, and imagination. And obviously, when we say discipline, we mean self-kindness on a consistent basis.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm happy to accept that definition of discipline,
Yeah.
as long as it's nothing too pseudo-military.
No, but maybe our choice of words is different because you're a woman and I'm a man. So men is like, right, okay, do this, 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 and it'll be great for you.
Yeah, yeah,
But everybody's different. I mean, it's like, that works for me. It was as in like, but it still comes down to the same thing. Being kind to yourself on a consistent basis is exactly what you were saying. Self-kindness is on a consistent basis. It's just that, you
yeah. Which is
you
discipline, isn't it?
exactly. So like, but it's what we associate different words with, isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
Back that we're back to the power of words.
Woo!
Tell me you got a book on this. Tell me you got a book on this.
Oh yeah, of course I have.
Is it close to the hands of the bookcase?
Um, I think it's inside.
Oh, we were doing so well.
No, that's the positive power of negative emotions. No, my book on words is indoors.
Oh,
Not because I'm in the garden at the moment. This is my
yeah.
office in the garden. Um, so yeah, but well, I am very much looking forward to my holiday, which is planned on the 16th of June. I'm very excited about it. I've got 2 weeks. I'm doing art for 2 weeks, but not a retreat type art. It's just we've got a lovely apartment that overlooks the water in Cornwall. And there with my family who are all artists of sort. Well, they are artists, and we're taking paints, we're taking paper, we're taking pencils, we're doing some pottery, we're doing art for 2 weeks.
Excellent. So will there be a family art exhibition
Now
with all the work that's created?
there's an idea.
But there you go. That's me going like, okay, everything has to have an outcome. But it's which defeats the object because you're going there to have fun, and my brain's automatically going like,
It's
oh,
the
wait,
process.
with all
No,
this
it's
stuff you
just
created, you could do stuff with it.
no, it's to enjoy the process.
Yes, enjoying the process. Cool.
Yeah. No, it's not. But I quite like that idea actually. We could raise some money for charity. No, stop, stop. That's not the point.
That's not the point. That's not the point. Don't put pressure on yourself. Ignore me. Ignore the last 5 minutes. But the idea's in there now.
I know.
The whole
No, because
family's
it's supposed to
artists.
be a break from having to produce things. It's supposed to be just doing it for the sake of it.
Yes. But how often, when the pressure is off, that you've produced the best stuff? Just saying, you're just going there for fun. You see, you can't talk this stuff to me because my brain just automatically goes into right. Automatically goes to product mode. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Just go have fun. Yeah, yeah. But you're gonna create your what you're creating stuff, are you? Oh, well, it's like a bedrock of stuff, a foundation of stuff, all stuff that you can just like, you know, package into like things to
Yeah,
share with the
yeah.
world in a particular way. Oh,
Well,
okay.
you know how you know how I love a schedule, because I find schedules really relaxing because you just do the thing that you have got listed.
Yeah. The
And
plan,
so
you've planned it out when you've had a calm time, you've planned it out and you stick to it. It helps to cope with the chaos around you. Control.
I'll probably have to plan, like, I'm going to read a poem at 7 o'clock, then I'm going to do a painting, then I'm going to do this, then I'm going to go for a walk, then I'm going to relax here. And I need a schedule because otherwise I
You
find it
won't relax.
stressful.
You won't relax. That's outrageous.
I once I'm going to do an accent, which is probably terrible thing to do, but I went to Barbados and I was still in London mode and I was walking really fast along the beach in Barbados. And this man shouts out at me, "Here, lady, calm down. You're
Yeah,
not in
yeah,
London now."
yeah,
I just
yeah,
thought,
yeah.
thank
You
you.
could,
I
yeah,
started walking slower.
yeah, yeah. Absolutely, absolutely. I've seen that. I've seen that with my own eyes. Go like, all right, you're new here. People just like sprinting. Or what I'm saying, not as if you're just walking at London pace, walking at UK pace. It's like, oh, okay, right, you're going to burn to a crisp and run out of energy real quick. Hot out here.
Yeah. So he was quite right to give me some unsolicited advice, which I immediately took and thought, yes, okay, you have to plan your calmness.
Yeah, yes. Plan your calmness. Factor it
Yeah.
in.
Right. Okay.
Okay,
We've got life sorted, Dominic.
we have. Till
We
next
need
week.
systems and we need holidays.
What we've got, hey, we've covered some great tips today, and we've shown off 6 books, at least.
Yeah. I have already done the PDF that goes with this episode with some of the techniques that I researched. So it's done. It's there. It will be available to download.
The level of organization is outrageous. Excellent. Okay, so we'll wrap it up there. So, as usual, it's me, Dominic Nelson Ashley, and the one and only Nicola Morgan, leaving you. This is the end of this week's episode of the Happiness is Easy podcast.
Thank you and goodbye.
Till next time.